That was us then.
And this is us now. Hey everybody, I'm Mike and she's Susan and we are RV Blogger.
We just wrapped up a really awesome camping weekend with our kids and grandkids. They borrowed the Class C. It kind of brought back some fond but not quite so fond memories of leveling up then and leveling up now.
Much easier now, I will say.
Yes.
But in the old Class C that we had, you know, chassis, our 2008 Gulfstream Conquest, very basic Class C RV. No slides.
Zero technology.
No technology, no leveling system. But that meant that we had to, every time we went camping, we'd have to jump out, grab the leveling blocks, put them under the tires, try to back on or pull onto the leveling blocks, but not go too far because then you'll fall back down the other side.
Right.
And so anyway,
you
it
got
was just
really
a big
good
hassle.
at it, but it took a long time to maneuver that technique.
I could pull up and go, yeah, it looks like we're going to need 2 blocks on this side and 1 block on that side, and you know, I had a pretty good handle on it.
Right.
But
not so bad.
I still had to get out and grab the blocks and stick them under the tires, jump back in. You had to stand there and watch me and then yell.
A little more. About a ½ inch. That's good.
Stop at the last minute.
Right.
So all of that is over now that we have a leveling system on our Class A RV, which has been fantastic.
Right. And one of the things that we had learned about in following other YouTubers and picking out their advice was the best way to protect your RV jack feet. And we knew that we were definitely going to be interested in learning more about SnapPads.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, when you put your jack feet down, depending on where you are, you could bend your feet, they might sink into the ground.
Right.
You're certainly more exposed to lightning strikes and things like that.
Right.
So we saw a lot of information, did a lot of research about why we should get SnapPads for our RV.
Right.
And we did. And I guess we got them a few months ago. And now, and they've been terrific. And we feel comfortable now after using them for a while to be able to talk about them and why we like them so much.
Right, because we seldom camp on a flat surface, a paved surface.
Pretty rare.
We do a lot of beach camping, state parks, mountains, gravel, you name it, but not always on a paved surface.
No, that's pretty rare. Plus they cost a lot more.
The paved surface.
Yeah, they cost a whole lot more.
Very true. Yeah, if you're watching your dollars, you're probably not going to be on the paved surface.
Yeah, I mean once in a while.
Yeah.
Once in a while. Hey, if you hear a tractor running around, this is just part of weekday camping.
Right.
We're very lucky that we get to camp on the weekdays. There aren't as many people in the campground, which is very nice, but they do all the maintenance on the weekdays. So you hear the lawnmowers, the weed whackers, the trailers, all tractors, all that junk.
Right.
So anyway, and we're near a playground, so there's some kids running around. But anyway, we really have enjoyed our SnapPads for a few really important reasons. First of all, I think they're pretty hassle-free. I mean, they're a permanent install, so you put them on.
They were so easy to install.
They were super easy to install. They took us literally 5 minutes to install them. I just climbed under, Susan lowered the jacks down, we lined them up, they pop right in, piece of cake.
Right.
But the good part is once you put them on, that's it, they stay on. We don't have to climb under here every time we set up and every time we leave to pull blocks out. They just stay on there. So it's very convenient that way.
Right. And, you know, saves your back.
Does that, that's for sure. And so the other nice benefit to them that we found is that they do provide a wider footprint for your jack feet. So in our case, we have 9-inch jack feet, which is a good size, but some RVs have 12. But whatever size you have, if you have a wider surface area for your jack feet, then they're less likely to sink into the ground. And again, with us going beach camping and stuff like that, we are in sand quite a bit.
Right. And we could have ordered larger jack feet.
You can. You know, I did a little.
That's not cheap.
No, I did a little research to see if we could upgrade from 9-inch to 12-inch metal jack feet.
Right.
But each jack foot is around $100. They range anywhere from, I found them from 80 to like $110. that's a lot of money, especially if you have 6 of them on your RV. That's, you know, $600-700.
Right.
So a set of SnapPads, depending on how many jack feet you have, could range anywhere from $150 to $250. So much cheaper.
Right.
And they also give you that wider footprint for each jack foot. So they've been working great. One other nice benefit is they're made from recycled
tires.
So that is great. We like stuff like that. It's good for the environment.
Right.
And so it helps in that regard. And then one other thing we learned kind of later in the process is that they're also good because if you have an indirect lightning strike near wherever you're camping, they'll protect your RV from that strike damage that could occur, right? Because if you have a metal jackfoot on the ground and there's a lightning strike nearby, that electricity can travel up the metal into your RV and create problems. So now we have
that added protection.
6 tires on the ground, we have 4 levelers, and they're all on rubber pads, so we're very protected in that regard as well.
And another thing that we like about SnapPads is that they're made in the USA, and we always try to support businesses in the US.
Yep, and we try to support our military too, and SnapPads does the same thing. They have a great military discount. For all you folks that have served our country, we salute you and appreciate you, and so does SnapPads. But if you're not in the military, we actually called SnapPads and got a 10% discount for folks that watch our videos or are our subscribers. So just use discount code RVBlogger10 and you can save 10% on your SnapPads. We'll stick a link in the notes down below if you want to check that out.
So leveling up for us has become easy and hassle-free in no matter what terrain.
Yep, and we'll be leaving this campsite tomorrow, and when we get to the next one, we don't have to worry about leveling up at all. We just push a button, everything's done.
Right.
So for Mike and Susan, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next campground.